just say something about, yes, that expansion of childhood. And then this is a product, okay, of a new period where it's assumed that for careers you need a whole, advanced education, not only college education, but then postgraduate work. And then so by the time you're ready to be an adult, people are in their late 20s, early 30s. So now, whereas in the old days, okay, with the period that was less service sector economy and more based on manufacturing and so on, you had people marrying right out of high school. For example, my parents married. Well, my father was still in college. I was born while he was still in college, and therefore, I'm the product of young parents. So this is one of the things I'm trying to encourage. Right, is that, and this is also in my new book, pieces I've written in my new book. I've called for young women, okay, to be educated much more about biological differences. It's women who must start thinking about whether early on whether they want children or not. Okay, how do they see their lives in the future? Do they want simply a career, okay, or do they want a career and children? If so, it's up to young women. Okay, have the right, have the obligation to decide: do they want their children early or late? Because the period of maximum fertility is early. Okay, once a woman is settled, she's in her 30s. Okay, there are all kinds of risks that start to happen because of biological differences. I believe that colleges would gain enormously, okay, from the presence of married students in the classroom. Women who had children. Okay, a lot of the ridiculous statements of gender studies would disappear if there were women in the classroom who had experienced the hormonal issues, and the issue of procreation. Okay, so the only way the issue of procreation is like part of the feminist agenda these days is in terms of abortion, okay, or in terms of child care demands. Okay, that's it. In other words, the child care meaning that a child is a burden, okay, for Western career woman who puts personal accomplishments at the center of her life. Now, I myself, a lot of my work is based on not just library research, but social observation. I'm always watching the way real people are interacting in real human space. Okay, I'm not just like a theory, okay, about reality. And what I've noticed is that working class families, you have people, women marrying much earlier, okay, so that they are, they become grandmothers in their 30s or 40s, okay, and I see them when I go down to the New Jersey shore towns, okay, and I see all these families, multi-generational families, vacationing together in inexpensive hotels. I'm going, this is the life of working class life is far more rich, okay, as the years go on, as the decades go on, okay, because the families are vacationing together, right? And okay, you see these multi generations, okay. And I thought, when people get old, my generation, the baby boom women, okay, who went out into careers and so on, they're about to hit the wall, okay, of old age, okay. All of a sudden, because the moment you retire from your job, you could be the corporate chief, okay. You might have millions in the bank, okay. All of a sudden, you have lost all meaning the moment you leave that, okay. And you're gonna and what's going to happen? These unmarried women, okay, who've achieved so much and so on, are suddenly alone, okay, at the ends of their lives, okay, and are looking back almost with an eye of Hinduism or Buddhism, and say, what did it matter? What materialism, okay, status in the world, okay, property, okay, objects, and so on. What does it mean at the end of your life? I look at these working class families, and I go, and I see the old people sitting in their chairs and so on, looking at their grandchildren and their great grandchildren running around in front of them, okay, in these larger working class families. And I go, they have a great sense of satisfaction, okay. They feel that they've passed on life itself, okay, at the end of their own lives, okay. So I think that there are all kinds of questions about what is the meaning of life, what is going to be ultimately, of spiritual satisfaction to you as your life goes on. These questions are completely eliminated from our current demanding sense of entitlement, which is at the basis, okay, of this kind of social welfare ideology.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you.